who, what, where, why, when, how, in which. Wow. Okay, here we are again. So last time I made a video about making word lists. This is for students, basic, intermediate students. You can watch that video if you want to. But today we're going to do another video. This is again for English, studying English. I'm going to talk about questions. There are basically two kinds of questions that people ask each other, and they're called open questions and they're called closed questions. So what are they? Okay, well, I'll tell you. So first we'll do the closed question. A closed question basically has one answer, which is yes or no. So, like for example, do you have a car? Yes, I do. Right? Or no, I don't. And that's a closed question because the answer is just yes or no. And you could change the question. Instead of do you, it could be are you, will you, or past tense did you. Like, did you watch the baseball game yesterday? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. So you can use all those expressions too. And now let's talk about the open questions. The open questions have an answer with detail. So for example, and so what are they first? So they're also called keywords or WH words. Who, what, where, why, when, how, which. All of those are used to ask open questions. And so, for example, you can ask somebody, for example, it's very typical, like, where are you from? Now, they could just say a simple answer, like, so I'm from the United States. And then they could elaborate on that a little bit. So you could actually go into the next question. Which part of the United States? Where in the United States? And they would have to give you more information. But the idea of the open question is you can get a lot of information or add as much detail as you want, as little as or as much as you feel like. So for example, where are you from? I'm from the United States. I live in the north part of the US, near the Mississippi River. It's very cold in the winter. People go ice fishing. In the summer, it's nice. It's usually pretty warm in the summer. People go on the river, boating, camping, and fishing again. So I'm giving a long answer. So you can do that as well. I'm checking my notes here. Okay. For example, you can also add kind of. What kind of? For example, if you ask someone, do you have a car? And they say, yes, I do. That's the closed question. What question? What kind of car do you have? And then they have to elaborate. You know, I have a Ford, I have a Toyota, I have a GM, or whatever kind of car they have. Station wagon, minivan. So using key questions, open questions to get a conversation going is a good way. And you can also use this for, think about all the topics that people talk about normally every day. We talk about food, talk about the weather, you talk about what you did yesterday, day before yesterday, last week, what you're doing tomorrow. You can use all these key questions. So if you just think of it that way. And then another way that this can help you is if someone asks you a question, when they ask the question, you imagine they're asking you these questions with who, what, where, why, when, and you just give those answers, and you can add a lot of detail. And when you're talking about detail, describing, comparing, you can use a lot of your senses, what you see, what you smell, what you hear. All of the senses could be used to answer these questions. Okay, so that's about it for key questions. Talk to you again sometime. Have a good day.